Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here, just me and the critters. Brad will be home here in a little bit. It is December 23rd, 2019. It is Monday evening at 5:55 p.m. And I know this picture is probably really horrible. Please forgive me. I'm going to get this figured out yet to where I have some decent picture. I don't know. Maybe I need to get me one of them ring lights. I don't know. Don't really know what to do. If y'all make content too, tell me what you use for a decent picture. I know you're probably not using the camera on your laptop. Maybe you're using your phone. Maybe you're not. Yeah, I need to kind of up my game. I mean, unless people just don't really care because you're listening to me anyway, and if that's the case, that's cool. Anyway, we were very busy this weekend. You guys saw, I think I did a little video Saturday. Sunday was our cooking. I mixed up the cookie dough and then I baked my cookie bright and early Sunday morning. I mean, I came out at 8:30 in the morning. I was the only one up. The dogs didn't even get up with me. And I got my cup of coffee and I turned the oven on and I sat down and I made those cookies. And I made told you guys I was making orange and lime. They turned out great. I'll run down the recipe real quick, just in case you're just getting on baking gang and maybe you're running around your house going, what the heck am I going to do? If you got some yellow or white cake mixes, you got it made. You need 2 cake mixes, yellow or white. Recipe called for white. I used yellow. Calls for 2 eggs. I put 3 in, but that's just me because we like our cookies a little cakier. And then it calls for an entire cup of butter. I did use margarine. All right, so you're going to get your 2 cake mixes, dump those out in a bowl with the eggs, with the melted butter. You're going to mix that all up. And it's going to be kind of thick like cookie dough. Then you're going to decide if you have 2 different, or even 1 Jello mix. Okay, and if you have food coloring, great. The recipe called for almond extract, and it called for cherry or cranberry Jello. Now, I use sugar-free. I did not have almond extract. So what it calls for is you to divide that cookie dough you just made in half. 1 half, they called for you to put almond extract, and you did not put in food coloring. It called for, I don't know how much almond extract, and then a tablespoon of water. Mix that all in with that cookie dough. Put that aside. Then you're going to get the other half of the cookie dough, and it called for red food coloring. It called for the red or the cherry or the cranberry Jello, and a tablespoon of water. Now I used on both of these. On 1 half I used orange sugar-free Jello because that's what I had, and the other half I used lime sugar-free Jello. I did not have any food coloring, so mine turned out to be a pale orange and a pale green. Alright, so you're going to take those 2 halves of the cookie dough. You're going to wrap them separately, and you're going to put them in your fridge to chill for at least an hour. I did mine for overnight. You're going to take those out the next day. You're going to take a little bit of one, a little bit of the next. You're going to put them together, roll them in a ball. They're going to look either kind of like in half or kind of marbled. It's all good. And then I use just my fingers and some sugar and hit the tops of them. And I baked them. What did I bake them for? I don't know. Probably maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. Just keep an eye on them. I don't normally set a timer for my cookies. I just kind of go by smell and, you know. And they turned out great. Now, you could, if you wanted to, put a little frosting on them. I didn't. I felt like they were sweet enough. I didn't want a really super sweet cookie as is. So they turned out great. I definitely will do that again next year. Another recipe I saw that I did not do for this year, it called for Ritz crackers, plain Ritz crackers. And it called for dark chocolate and some mint extract, you know, like spearmint or wintergreen. And what you're going to do is you're going to melt your chocolate. And we found to make our chocolate melt a little bit better, we use a little bit of shortening. And it makes it just melt a little bit better and easier to work with. And then it called for drops of the mint to your taste. What you're going to do is make like thin mints. See what I'm going? You're going to dip those grits in the chocolate and then lay them out to dry. So I didn't do that this year. Next year I probably will. Brad is not a fan of chocolate and mint together. I am. I'm a big fan of it. Brad made the best toffee. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing, little girl? Brad made the best toffee. He is the candy maker. I tell you what. I saw him this thing on Thursday. But he is the best candy maker. He made caramel popcorn, and he made toffee, homemade toffee. And he made fudge, but it didn't set right, which is okay. It's very good. It just didn't set up. We're having to adjust some because we're used to cooking and baking in Wyoming, not in Florida. And it was a very rainy day yesterday, so, like his popcorn turned out a little stickier than he liked, even though he baked it in the oven for an hour and stuff. And we made a mistake. We went with a cheaper type of popcorn, and we usually only get Orville. We're not a paid sponsor, but if they want to, that'd be great. So, but anyway, and then besides the cookies, I made pretzel rods. Though they were already made, and I just put some chocolate. I just drizzled some chocolate on it and gave those. So we gave those away with the cookie, with the popcorn, and the toffee. So gave those away yesterday. That was fun. I just cut and wrapped this present a little bit ago. So excuse me, I need to bring those out. We're having pigs in a blanket tonight and seasoned fries. I'm just gonna cook those in the oven. Because, now the rest of the Christmas is basically just us. So yeah, it'll be good. Got in a couple of cards. One card is from Brad's aunt in Hawaii. So I'll let him open that. And we got your card, Lily. Thank you very much. Lori, you got your card. Thank you. I got a card from Rebecca in her stuff. I got a couple other cards in. Kathy sent me a card. That was my first card. I know Shirley, you said to keep an eye out. Still nothing. No card yet. I hope somebody didn't take off with it. But yeah, thank you everybody that sent cards and stuff. As you guys know, I'm sending out presents after Christmas, first of the month. That's when I'll have more shipping money and stuff. So we'll get that done. That'll be good. I bet you we get that done the 31st. I think the post office is open the 31st. I think. I hope. What else? That's about it. Oh, let's open up the electric bill. I'm a little afraid to open up this electric bill here because, we've been having to run the heater a lot. So it's been cold. I'm a little afraid of what. Let's see. Oh, that's surprising. Wow, that's $102.97 for the month. That's reflective on, okay, where we didn't have to run anything for a while. That's good. That's really low for us. Probably the lowest one we've had all year, actually. Maybe we had some accumulated. I don't know. But anyway, as you see, this is being silly. Oh, I did give the dogs both a bath yesterday. Yes, I'm talking about you. And they seem to be quite happy with that. I used that soap, that shampoo, on Nixie that you had sent Shoshona, and that seemed to really, really do the trick. She's not licking or scratching anymore at all. She smells really nice too. She smells so good. I was smelling her earlier because after I got done giving her a bath. Her hair is actually a lot longer than it normally is because it has been cold here for a few weeks. So her hair is actually, if it's not been cut, it's actually kind of wavy and curly. So, yeah, I had to brush her out yesterday after her bath after she was somewhat dry. I'm glad I did it yesterday, and I wasn't sure because it was rainy. And I thought, man, I don't want it to get real cold. It didn't get real cold last night, and they were dry before that anyway. But yeah, so they both are ready for Santa to come. What else? I guess that's about it. I just wanted to touch base. Like I said, we just need to clean house tomorrow. Brad's off tomorrow and the next day, so we just need to clean house, and he's gonna wrap presents for me. I mean, that'll be mine. I know that seems kind of silly because basically he had me pick out my presents, but it's enjoyable to open up something. We got something to open from my sister-in-law too, and I told you guys a bunch of that stuff came in. I'm going to show you guys the bell from his mother. I can't show you the ukulele right now because it's put up. There is one crack in it. I don't know if you guys can see. You see that crack right there? Right over here. Right there. The crack. Isn't it pretty? But yeah, this is from his late mother. She and I sit about and talk about this specific bell actually because it has some etching on it, which is similar to some etchings I had on a glass. And I don't know where this came from. You guys know how to stop a crack. I don't want, the crack ends right here and I don't want it to go up anymore. So I'm not sure how to prevent that. I didn't know if maybe I could use not fingernail top coat. Do you think that would help any? Or I didn't know if I should get some like super glue for glass. You guys know, anybody know how I can stop this? Because I will just die if anything happens to this. This is so precious to both Brad and I. And see, she had a large collection of bells. This is a bigger one, of course. And I don't want anything to happen to this. I will just die. And what happened was, without going into real specifics, somebody was staying in a house that was supposed to be taking care of these things. It was supposed to be boxing these up. They did not, and a lot of them got broken. And I think that's what happened, why this one is cracked. She had, like I said, a very extensive bell collection that she showed. And I tell you what, the rest of the house might be a mess. That bell collection was always dusted. And so I just don't want anything to happen to that. The ukulele I'll have to show you another day because it still is put up. I wanted to show you this though. This is another thing. Brad got this for his mom. These are all hinged. I'm sure you guys have seen these in stores. And they're the cork carvings. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can. Yeah, you can. See? And it wasn't a oval one too. Nobody knows if that one got broke. See, these are all hinged and stuff. Nobody knows if that got broke or not. So, maybe later on we'd like to get an oval one. Probably wouldn't be the same one, but it doesn't have to be. Because I want to start collecting these, and these will be the beginning of them. I know Oriental Trade or Trading has them. eBay has a lot of them. Amazon just had a few, and they were very expensive. eBay had a lot of different ones. But these are 3D. You guys can't really tell, but there is so much detail. There you can see there's so much detail on these and stuff. But Brad had gotten his mom this one. He had also gotten her the oval one. So his sister sent that. She sent a lot of pictures of I told you guys of him and even our girls and his mom's yearbook, which was really neat seeing what teachers and friends had written about her and seeing her when she must have been a sophomore in high school. It was really neat. I didn't get to look at it as long as I wanted to because I wanted to give Brad that time, and he was happy, but he's missing his mom, and he felt like he really got closure because he didn't really get to say goodbye to her, and it was a whole bunch of circumstances I'm not going to go into. There's nobody's fault, um, but yeah, it's the first Christmas without her, and even though she hasn't been able to really verbalize last Christmas at all, I think last Christmas we got her a blanket. We got her something else I can't remember. But, yeah. Everything's going good, though. I probably feel more upbeat this Christmas than I have in a really long time. Even though I know it's a hard Christmas for so many people. Please say prayers for my friends. And there's some of my friends family members are having some health problems or even have to have surgery and stuff. So I'm not going to single anybody out. That's not my right to do. But please, let's just say a prayer for our friends. Whether or not, let's just say a prayer for everybody. Whether or not we think their life is going great or if we think that it's been a hard year. Let's just say prayers for everybody. And let's say prayers that 2020 is much better for everybody. Because, and I know it will be. I know it will be. I know that's going to be, 2020 is going to be the year that my husband finds some help for his back. No, it's never going to be like it was when he was younger, but it's going to be as good as it can be. It'll be whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, just really thirsty. I don't normally drink, this is Diet Cola, by the way. I don't normally drink that, but maybe once or twice a week, but I just been so thirsty. Like if I'm running around the house and it's a little later in the day and I haven't stopped to fill up my water thing yet again. Because what you guys don't understand is I've already drank 2 of these today. And then 2 other cups of coffee. No, 1 other cup of coffee because 1 got spilled. I'm going to have shampoo the carpet there. I want to get one of those little green machines. Another thing. What do you guys think of those little green machines? I've been thinking about maybe getting one of those. See, I don't want to get, like, a whole shampooer because, first of all, he didn't even tack this carpet down right. And, I don't know if moving to another place, if it will be all tile or not. So, I mean, even if it's all tile, I'm going to have a little, like, large rugs probably. So, one of those little green machines, I think it's by Bissell, would come in handy. So, you guys have one? Let me know what you think of those. The little shampoos, not the big carpet shampooer, but the little spot shampooer. Been thinking about, because bless his heart, but Brad has the shakes and sometimes he spills stuff, and now we've learned to laugh about it, because he does the best he can. And, but, sometimes I need to spot clean up. And, I found that's the best way, though, to go. Let me do this. That man probably trying to call me right now. Let's see. Hopefully he hasn't already tried to call. He may have already tried to call, and then I'll finish for you guys. Let's see. La 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 la. No, I'm not right in the head. La 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 la. I'm sure he will be calling in a moment. He'll be calling in a moment. But anyway, as we get older and we become different, Let's say that. We're morphing into different. You know, we call, or I'm looking at my phone, but we're young and we're in high school and we think we are invincible. And in our 20s and stuff. Oh, see, I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, I'm back. It was the man himself. I'm on his way. So anyway, as we're younger, like I was saying, and we're in high school, and we got these, you know, perfect bodies. Or when I think of it now, I think it was pretty darn great. Back then, I didn't. I could wear a bikini and stuff. I mean, I still could now on an arm, but back then. But anyway, as our body morphs and we change and we become maybe more special in different areas than others, and we just got to learn to laugh about it because it's all just part of life, right? Instead of hating ourselves. I mean, I myself included have many times in the past really bemoaned and hated the way I am now. And it's like, you know what? It's a privilege not afforded to everybody that we're aging. I'm 55 years old. 55. That's pretty incredible when you think about that. Did I have lived 55 years? That is pretty darn incredible. And whatever age you are, think about it. Can you imagine when we were 16 that we thought the age 55 was just, I mean, heck, I can remember that there was this 30-year-old guy that wanted to date me when I was just graduating high school. I graduated when I was 17, and it's not because, no, I didn't skip a school or anything. It's just because of how my birthday fell in the summertime. So if you were a summertime baby, a lot of times you graduated when you were 17. You would turn 18 that summer. Brad's the same way. So 17, almost 18. And this 30-year-old guy wanted to date me. And I was like, oh my God, he's so old. I wouldn't have dated him anyway. He'd been married and had a couple kids, and I wasn't near, I was still a child myself. I'm not ready to be diving into that. So we have to, I think, use a lot of humor in the fact. So what if somebody spills all of their plate on the floor? Okay, either there's more, or if there's not, you're going to go and split your dinner with them, and then you guys will make something else later on. Not the end of the world. It's not like they meant to. My only concern, I just don't want him falling down where he's hurting himself. When he falls down and he gets hurt, then I'm very upset. He's still got those big old bruises on his knees from when he fell. I think the second week that he had started at his job. And I think those will just always be there, those scars. But you gotta use some humor with it. That's all we can do is we morph into whatever God intends us to be morphed into. This has been a wonderful, I have to say though, and this is a bit of reflection on this year. This year has been a really good year for healing in my family, which I did not see coming. And I told Brad that it was so funny is because we don't think anything now of just calling each other up. My one daughter, she's still kind of, out there. She's real busy and stuff. And she always has just been, kind of different. That just, like her sister says, it's just how she is. And, she'll call when she has time and stuff. My other daughter, she, calls, we talk to them quite often. And, my sister-in-law, we don't think anything of calling each other up, giving each other crap. I mean, it's just the way it is. And it's kind of funny how things happen in a family that will push family members either back to being close again, or it'll break them apart. Where, it's pushed. Those of us that were close before are close again. So, um, you know, and who's to tell in the future what will happen with family and stuff. I have a good feeling. It's been a good healing. It's also been kind of healing, and I have a much more of a stronger sense of my spiritual self. I still am not into churches, and that's just me, but a stronger sense of what my beliefs are in this universe, and who I look to and who I pray to, and that's just my personal thing. Because see, Brad and I even aren't on the same page as far as there's been different points and types in our marriage where he has had a stronger conviction with church and with God than I have, and then vice versa. And then, like, I have a stronger conviction with, I think, God. I don't know necessarily. Maybe he does. But I mean, it doesn't have to be the same. And, uh, each to their own. Each to their own. I'm going to show you this. So, chasing this thing around. Let me show you this real quick. My sister-in-law had these made for us. There's this one. Isn't that pretty? And then this one I really, really love. I got to put these on the tree still. Look at this one. Let's see. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's a Grinch. And then there's all these. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? So we'll put it back in here before they get. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Sorry. But yeah, I just want to say it's been a real great. It's been a good year and it's been a hard year altogether. I mean, you guys know that Brad was laid off for about 5 months, and that was hard financially, and we would never have made it without really wonderful friends and family. And some of you guys donated and supported and helped cheer us on through that. Never can thank you enough for that. And we did get to spend a lot of time together. It also showed us that it didn't matter if he was off work or working, that back was still so bad. Because I really thought once he was not working every day, that back would get a lot better, and it did not. And so it's just that something needs to be done. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because I got to bring his presents. They are all wrapped, but I wanted to bring them up here. So they were setting up here because I know that he wants to go and wrap presents tonight while I slave away making those pigs in a blanket. So anyway, I love you guys. I will be on probably tomorrow. And then I will probably be on Christmas Day. I do like to spend a little bit of time. If I can figure it out, we will do a live stream. If I can't figure it out, we will do a stream. It'll be Brad and I together just to wish all of you a Merry Christmas on Christmas Day. So anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.